Listen carefully. Most people are waiting for happiness as if it were a visitor that might someday knock on the door. They say, "I will be happy when I earn more, when I finally succeed, when they respect me, when my body changes, when the anxiety stops, when the right person stays, when life becomes easier." But life does not become easier on command, and if your happiness depends on conditions you cannot control, then your peace will always belong to something outside you. That is the trap. The Stoics understood that happiness is not a reward handed to the lucky. It is a mental discipline. It is the condition of a mind that has stopped fighting reality, stopped worshipping approval, and stopped demanding that the world behave before it allows itself to live. You do not find happiness. You train for it through resistance, repetition, correction, and control. The first lesson is brutal. Your mind is not unhappy only because life is difficult. It is unhappy because it keeps arguing with what has already happened. Something goes wrong, and the event lasts 5 minutes. But in your head, it lasts 5 days. You replay the insult, you rehearse the betrayal, you imagine what you should have said, you create 10 new disasters from one painful moment. The wound happened once, your judgment keeps reopening it. Epictetus taught that people are disturbed not merely by events, but by the meaning they attach to them. The first battlefield is not outside you, it is the story forming inside your own mind. You lose a job, that is the event. Then the mind says, "My life is over, I am a failure, everyone is ahead of me, I will never recover." Those are not facts, they are interpretations, and an untrained mind treats every interpretation like a command. To train your mind for happiness, separate what happened from what you are saying about what happened. Ask yourself, what is the event? What is my judgment? What part is actually under my control? That pause is power. That pause is where freedom begins. The second lesson is to stop demanding control over what was never yours. You control your choices, effort, discipline, speech, values, and the attention you give to your thoughts. You do not control the economy, another person's loyalty, public opinion, the timing of opportunity, or whether life gives you credit for your sacrifice. Yet people spend their emotional energy trying to command the uncontrollable. They want guarantees before they act, applause before they believe in themselves. They want the past to be different and pain to ask permission before entering. Then reality refuses, and they call themselves unhappy. Happiness begins when you stop placing your peace in the hands of things that cannot promise anything. Marcus Aurelius prepared for difficulty, so human nature could not surprise him. You do not become peaceful by pretending nothing will go wrong. You become peaceful by deciding that when something goes wrong, you will still belong to yourself. Say, "This may be difficult, but my character is still mine. This may hurt, but my response is still mine. I may lose the outcome, but I will not surrender my mind." That is Stoic happiness, not constant pleasure, not endless smiling, inner command. The third lesson is to stop confusing happiness with stimulation. Modern life has trained you to believe that peace must be loud. A notification, a purchase, a new relationship, a new goal, a new victory, a new reason to feel temporarily important. Your mind becomes addicted to intensity, and then silence feels empty. But a mind that needs constant stimulation cannot be happy. It can only be distracted. The Stoic trains himself to enjoy what is simple: a clear conscience, completed duty, quiet work, honest rest, and the ability to sit alone without needing to escape himself. Real happiness is often quiet. It appears when your desires stop screaming. The fourth lesson is to reduce unnecessary desire. Every uncontrolled desire creates a bargain. I will allow myself to feel complete when I receive this. The more conditions you attach to happiness, the further away it moves. You want money, then more money. Respect, then approval from different people. Love, then constant reassurance that it will never leave. Desire has no natural ending. If it is not governed, it becomes a master that always promises satisfaction later. Seneca warned that poverty is not having too little, but wanting more than enough. This does not mean abandoning ambition. Build, earn, create, improve, but do not turn your goals into gods. Pursue success without telling yourself that you are nothing until you possess it. Work hard, but keep your identity separate from the result. The moment your worth depends on winning, fear enters your work. You stop acting with courage and start acting with desperation. A happy mind says, I prefer this outcome, but I do not need it in order to remain whole. The fifth lesson is to practice voluntary discomfort. If comfort becomes your requirement, life becomes your enemy. Criticism destroys the day. Delay feels like disrespect. A small inconvenience becomes a personal attack. The fragile mind is not happy, it is merely protected. The Stoics deliberately entered discomfort to remind themselves that they could endure more than fear claimed. Train when motivation is absent. Sit with boredom. Do the difficult task first. Allow yourself to be misunderstood without defending every detail. You are teaching yourself a crucial lesson. I do not need perfect conditions to remain steady. Every time you choose discomfort, you reduce fear. Every time you reduce fear, you increase freedom. And freedom is closer to happiness than pleasure will ever be. The sixth lesson is to stop seeking universal approval. You cannot be happy while constantly asking the crowd for permission to exist. One person praises you and you rise. Another criticizes you and you collapse. This is slavery with modern decoration. If your peace depends on another person's opinion, that person has become your master. The Stoic does not reject feedback. He rejects dependence. Listen when criticism contains truth. Correct yourself when correction is necessary, but do not kneel before every opinion. Some will misunderstand you. Some will dislike you because your discipline exposes their excuses. Some will leave even when you did your best. Let them. Your duty is not to control every mind that thinks about you. Your duty is to make your conduct worthy of your own respect. At night, ask, did I act with courage? Did I tell the truth? Did I control my impulses? Did I do the work? Did I become harder to corrupt? That is a more reliable source of happiness than applause. The seventh lesson is to practice gratitude before loss teaches it violently. Most people notice value only when it disappears. Health becomes precious after illness, time after waste, and ordinary days after disaster. The Stoic trains the mind to see fragility before loss forces the lesson. Look at the people you love and remember, they are temporary. Look at your body and remember, it is temporary. Look at your opportunities and remember, they are temporary. This is meant to wake you up. You complain because the day is ordinary, but one day you may give anything to return to an ordinary day. Gratitude does not mean pretending everything is good. It means refusing to become blind to what is still good. Your breath, your ability to think, serve, correct yesterday, and begin again. Happiness grows where attention is trained. If you constantly study what is missing, your life will feel empty. If you learn to recognize what remains, even hardship becomes more bearable. Now understand this, you will not feel happy every day. That is not failure. The goal is not emotional perfection. The goal is emotional leadership. Sadness may enter, but it does not have to govern. Fear may speak, but it does not have to decide. Anger may rise, but it does not have to command your mouth. You are not weak because you feel. You become weak when every feeling becomes an order. Train the mind to observe emotion without becoming possessed by it. Say, this is fear, it is not prophecy. This is sadness, it is not my identity. This is anger, it is information, not instruction. Feel it, examine it. Then choose your action according to reason and character. That is the training. Every day return to what you control. Reduce unnecessary desire. Expect difficulty. Practice discomfort. Ignore empty applause. Notice what remains. Do your duty. Act now. Happiness is not a soft life, it is a strong mind. It is waking up in a world you cannot control and refusing to become internally chaotic. It is losing something without losing yourself, being ignored without becoming worthless, and being criticized without abandoning your principles. It is standing in uncertainty and saying, I do not know what will happen next, but I know how I intend to meet it. Train that mind, not once, daily. Because your thoughts become habits, your habits become character, and your character determines whether you live as a prisoner of circumstance or as the ruler of your own inner life. Stop waiting for the world to make you happy. The world is unstable, people are inconsistent, fortune is temporary. Build your happiness somewhere stronger. Build it in discipline, build it in gratitude, build it in purpose, build it in the knowledge that whatever comes, you will face it awake, prepared, and unafraid to belong to yourself. That is not temporary pleasure, that is freedom. And a free mind has already discovered the deepest form of happiness.